Hey everyone, welcome to Finding Tickers, where we discuss stocks that our community is trading. This episode is brought to you by FREIBA Watchlist, our signature trading service that shares a daily list of handpicked stocks, live trade alerts, trading strategies, portfolio reviews, market news, and much more, all to help you learn how to trade and become a better investor. So make sure you click the link below, subscribe today, and don't miss out on another opportunity. All right, let's get into some tickers. So first we have the SPY. This is the S&P 500. Huge day today in the SPY. So it's very good to see this level channel break. As you can see here, just go back to the daily. Obviously, green day today, right? Over $8, almost 2% on the day. Pretty massive day. We had a gap up as well as a push to relative areas here that we'll note in a second. So a nice bounce day for the SPY, and let's take a look. So it started out right with the gap up, and then we had pushed back down, and it's kind of weak open, and a push down below VWAP here to about 457, and then a curl back up over 458, and then rejected that 459 level and went all the way back down to about 456. Overall, if you look at the 1 hour, still an overall uptrend, so it was relatively a nice day all day. But you have this area here of previous resistance kind of becoming support. We bounced off of that and pushed up and never really looked back on the day. So awesome day in the SPY, and we actually started to push up in after hours, and so we'll see what tomorrow brings. This is kind of what people were looking for the Santa rally as we get in closer to Christmas time, and the market was super positive. In the afternoon, you had Joe Biden speak this afternoon at around 2:30, and so some of his remarks were relatively refreshing for the market, and so you kind of had this continued push all the way to the close. A little selling into the right before the close here, but into the close had another strong push, and then again the push a little bit higher as far as the after hours go. But we'll see what tomorrow brings. Again, this is a short week that we talked about, so we're winding down to just a few hours left in the market to the next 2 days. But and we're going to see some continued volatility. We are looking for some more upside here. So the next level for the SPY to get back over and break just on this horizontals is the 465 level. So right around here, we'll go ahead and set an alert to this new level. Now that things have kind of been broken to the downside, now we're looking more to the upside. But we have this level of 465 is where we're looking to kind of fill in some more price action in this range. And so tomorrow we'll see what happens. But that is the SPY, and things are looking up. So we'll keep you guys posted, and make sure you stay tuned. All right, so now we'll get into some of the watch lists as well as trades today, and we'll have a bonus at the end, so stick around for that. Now, first, we'll talk about a huge trade today on Nike, NKE. So Nike had earnings. So the earnings report came out last night, and they were really positive. So, one thing that happened with Nike, right? You had this sell-off here, it's kind of run down into earnings, so to speak, and then after earnings last night, you had this big pop about $12, $13, as well as a nice consolidation here in this flag here or pennant breakout was pretty perfect. You had this nice move, and out of the open, it ended up pushing up pretty nice, and so we'll take a look at that here. So our watch list comes out before the market opens, right? And every morning we put out our list, and we've been doing so for over a year. So definitely check back at some of the previous dates. But Nike opened really strong, and you had this push here. Just within seconds, this thing just started to rip. But you did have this push from the open, which it was around 166, 69, and a push in just a couple minutes here to a high of 171. So that push right there ended up being 175% winner on Nike. And there's on a big stock like this, right? This wick here is obviously a good indication to potentially reevaluate the trade. But you had over $1 here in this wick, so plenty of time for uh, you know uh, traders to have exited the trade and kind of look for other opportunities. You did have this bounce and will curl under VWAP and break back over. Didn't re-break new highs, right? So that kind of was it for Nike for now. However, if you look at how the day kind of went, it really just consolidated, right? Just kind of went sideways the rest of the day, and you actually have a potential setup going for it right now. And so we'll keep watch on Nike. We do have a long-term position in Nike already, but again, congratulations to everyone that took advantage of this. This is NKE, Nike. All right, next we have NVIDIA. So NVDA was actually a late bloomer today. So as the market picked up steam in the afternoon after bouncing off the lows, a bunch of tickers. You had NVIDIA, AMD, Microsoft, Apple, all did a pretty similar bounce from the lows and push to these high days and beyond. So a couple things that happened on NVIDIA. So you had this breakdown, clear breakdown. It was on our list this morning. It ended up setting up a nice short right here, which we called out in chat. And then you had this bottoming out here and bounce to that V-like reversal on the day. So a couple things here, right? You had this obvious rejection of these levels and a sell-off. So it presented a short, and then it ended up presenting a long. And we actually we got specific to this move right around mid lunchtime, right around 12:30, when we alerted that NVIDIA was curling, and what happened was pretty remarkable. So from this point where we've actually mentioned it again after we mentioned the short from earlier, this actually took a huge 243% move to squeeze almost in parabolic fashion to these highs here at around 290. So again, around this, it's about $10 from when we had initially identified this the second trade, and this thing pushed up, to that high of 290. So that was a pretty amazing move on NVIDIA just in that short period of time. That was a 243% win on NVDA just from that alone. Obviously, you had the short. You could have shorted from open with that weak open, but anywhere you kind of look at it here was a massive move. But for example, just to talk about those that may have taken calls right at the open, it went in the wrong direction. This ended up being about a 25% win on the day overall. So again, even if you had swung this and maybe you opened the position in the morning, closed it in the afternoon, that would have been a nice gain for you regardless. So congratulations to everyone that traded NVIDIA today. This was a great one. All right, now let's go to the star of the day, Rite Aid. So RAD had earnings today. It was kind of a weak reaction, but overall positive. We were waiting for the earnings call, which came out at around 8:30, and then we had a small pop, and We were looking for some upside movement on this, and we got it. We got it in good fashion. So NVIDIA, sorry, Rite Aid, no, it opened around this $13 level, right around 13 and 12 cents ish, and it really exploded out of the gates, right? So you had this pop up to over $14, around 14.40, small pullback, and then to new highs, and then it just kind of grinded and consolidated all day long and pushed up over the $15 level finally in the afternoon to a high of 15.41 on the day. So massive, massive move for this price stock, this size company, and that's Rite Aid, RAD. Again, we had this on our watch list before the market opened. So this was a great move. Congratulations to everyone that took advantage. And this, matter of fact, was a 750% gain today. 750% on Rite Aid. So again, congratulations to everyone that got a piece of this. This was a awesome, awesome day for RAD. All right, next, let's get into another one from the watch list, and a huge mover. That's one of the things we specialize in, is finding these huge opportunities in the market every day. And interestingly enough, right, it can go either way, right? It could be a huge move down or up. We kind of play it as we see it. So as traders, that's something that we love. We love this volatility, and we're excited to take advantage of it each and every day. So BFRI was on the watch list before the market opened, right? You had this slightly weak open here, and it ended up popping up here to a high of about 1060, right? And so we caught this move out of the open, and it was pretty nice. It looks small comparatively speaking to what happened next, but just to show you here some of the pre-market action. You had this low at around 850, and it caught some wind here and pushed up over $10, and then at this open here you got some profit taking from the pre-market session, and it found support here at EWAP and just pushed higher. So we ended up catching it right here as it pushed and broke over this level. We got in. I think it was around the nines. It was high nines, and then we pushed all the way to about this line here, and we ended up getting not the best fill, but it ended up being around $10.32 is where we were able to get out. And then you had this flag present itself here, and a massive breakout. This thing actually popped and halted up at around 11:55. We missed that pop, and so we waited for resumption. On resumption, we got a really nice continuation. We ended up filling here in this rip up over $12, and this ended up halting at a high of about 13 in the 1330s. So huge move out of this today. We had a few trades. You had the unhalt for after the second halt, with this spiking up to 1463. We ended up getting some of that as well. So congratulations to everyone that saw this with us, took advantage of it. We did call it out in chat. It was on the watch list from the morning. So, if you took it in the morning, right, by the time you saw these couple halts here, you're up about 30 to 40% on the day, just from shares alone. So awesome trade here on BFRI today. We ended up getting small pieces out of it. The one big rip again was into a halt on that second one, and we got about $1.25 there, as well as another $1 and change out of this over the course of the day, with a few scalps to the upside. So BFRI did more than we expected, but it was a great move out of it today. So congratulations to everyone that was in this. That's BFRI. All right, next we have AERC. This from yesterday, big mover from yesterday that we traded, and so we were looking for the potential for this to pop up on the radar, and it did. So you had this big push here from this $10 consolidation in the morning, and right around 10:30, this thing just exploded. So we took this at around this big spike here. It was in like 12, I think it was a 1240, yeah, 1242. So it was at the top of this spike. We caught it on this pullback candle here and pushed it to new highs. I think we ended up halting up here at 1355, and out of the halt we had this small spike to a high of 1390. But we got out a little above or right around that, the 1354 average. We weren't getting the best fills today on a couple of these tickers. I mean, it's kind of what you get and how you get big movers dealing with short squeezes and whatnot. So it's okay, right? Green is good. We were super profitable on this thing today with another ticker with over $1 a share on the day. So that is AERC. All right, next we have SOPA, S-O-P-A. This is another one that halted today. So we're in a bunch of stocks that halted on us today, which is pretty remarkable. But SOPA, former runner, we were trading this for the past couple of days here, and we got a pretty nice move out of SOPA today. Again, you had this huge pop, halt, and push to these highs here. Overall, it ended up with almost $2 a share on SOPA today. So a great move. We had it in chat. So congratulations to everyone that was able to find this with us and take advantage on SOPA. But a huge move. We'll continue to look for volatility out of it. However, it's a little bit longer winded of a story in terms of what the potential is moving forward. But this is a relatively new name, and there is a decent catalyst on it. So we'll continue to watch. Maybe not for as much volatility from a halting perspective. However, just some more moves up to the upside as we move forward on SOPA. That's a Society Pass Inc. All right, next we have another one from the watch list today. Had some interesting news this morning. This is NEWEGG, NEGG. So NEGG is a former runner. This is one that went from about $12 to $80, and on our watch too. So we definitely we took advantage of some of that move. But we had some news this morning on NEGG with the firm AERC. It was not the best or strongest news, but it did present an opportunity for a trade. The chart was in an interesting spot. We did have this spike here in pre-market to 1250, which kind of gave us somewhat of a target, and then we did have some light volume but decent price action on this. We took it. I think it was around the 1140. It's around 1140s ish, and we ended up catching it right before this spike here. So you had a nice push to. We were looking for the break of $12. We didn't get it, but we got pretty close. So we had this high of about 1194 here, and when we caught this move here, and it was just a few minutes, right about 10 minutes or so that we were really in the trade. But you had this push to the 190s. I think we got out in the 180s or 1180s, and that was pretty much it for now on NEGG. But still holding up. We'll continue to watch it. Probably want to see more volume coming into this, but it did have a small catalyst, and so we took a small trade, and it came out pretty nice for us. So that is NEGG, and we'll keep you guys posted on the next time we play this thing. Next is a recent runner, ISPC. So ISPC says I specimen. You have a former runner here where this stock really took off from about $9 to a high of almost $30 in just a matter of a couple days. So we've definitely had this on watch. We traded it recently, and today it went off. So it took off like a rocket. What was crazy about it is when it popped up on our radar, it was already moving, and so the chat was actually not really prepared for this move, right? So it just popped on the radar all of a sudden. We alerted it in chat that this was taking off. We got in, we alerted the entry, and literally there was just no time for this parabolic move to really explain. There was no exact reason why it was happening, right? There's no specific news, but we did know that this is a former runner, and when things make parabolic moves, that leads to potential opportunities for us to take advantage. So when we did exactly that, and we caught this for about 50 cents on the first trade, almost $1 on the second trade. It was an even bigger spike, and then that was around the 12. Well, we got in initially around this 12.55 area, right at the break of this red line, and this thing pushed up, right? And we took a couple trades to the upside, but at 12.55 and a high of $16. But we traded it all the way up until about the 1530s here, and you kind of had this big rejection, so it got a little tough there, and we kind of looked at that as probably the top. So we then exited the trade, the last trade, and kind of left this alone because that was a crazy move coming from about $11 to a high of $16, right? So over about 50% of a move in just a few minutes, right? This whole move here, started at around 245 and hit that high of $16 at 321, right? So about 20 about the 35 minutes or so on that move. So pretty impressive on ISPC today, and congratulations to everyone that got in. All right, now let's jump over to the bonus. So we have a new ticker on our radar, and ticker is plug power, PLUG. So there's been some bullish activity in this. One thing in terms of the catalyst here, you have the Build Back Better plan, which is President Biden's plan to invest in the U.S. infrastructure. We actually have a previous video talking about infrastructure, so go ahead and check that out. But we do expect this to be one of the beneficiaries, as it's been touted as such thus far. And so there's going to be contracts kind of on the way here and into the new year. And so we're looking for PLUG to get some more action and some investment contracts, things like that, in the near future. So one thing you'll see is this curling or rounding bottom here, which is a very good sign. And so it is now on our radar as we look for some more moves to the upside. The next level we have here is 29.04, but we really want to see the break of $30 on plug. And so we'll keep it on watch for you and let you know as soon as we make that next trade. All right, so that is all the tickers we have for today. We'd love to know and hear from you guys as to what you're trading, and if you have any questions about any specific tickers, definitely leave a comment below and let us know what you're trading. Let us know, what you guys have in your portfolio. The more tickers that we can research, the better it is for us in our community to stay informed, stay abreast to what's going on, how the sentiment's going, things of that nature. And we can go from there. But if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And definitely click the link below and join our community. We appreciate all the support from all our new members. Our community is growing pretty fast, and we're excited for what we have to come. So thank you again for all the support, and thanks for watching Finding Tickers. So click the link, join the community. Watch us. Will be out tomorrow morning. So we'll see you then. All right. Thanks.